Well, hey, what's going on? It is Sly King. Welcome to the Extended Happy Hour. Now, if you're tuning in and watching this for the first time, check out some of the other videos on my page or also on my YouTube channel. But tonight I want to tell you a little bit about something that many of you have already been talking about on social media, with family, friends, and some of you may have lost friends regarding this particular conversation. It's been all over the news, and it's regarding what's been going on in our school systems, in our country, involving guns. And we really have to get to the root of what really is important. There's a lot of political conversation about the NRA and their relation to certain political candidates and how they're getting funded and money. And then we get into the right to bear arms, that conversation. But you know what's really being lost in this? What are we going to do about illegal guns getting in the hands of children and people that don't have a right to even own a permit to purchase a gun? Guns that are illegally purchased on the street. What are we doing to solve that issue? You know, it's a sad shame that we live in a day and age now where when you want to send your children to school, you're more concerned about the safety of their livelihood because of possible gun violence and someone bringing a gun into a school system. When I was coming up, that wasn't really the concern. It was maybe someone threatening the school with a bomb, but not a possible concern of a gun. And so now we have to concern ourselves as parents because we're wondering, what should we do? What are the things that need to be done to resolve this? How do we prevent this from being an issue? But you know what you have to really think about? How are we going to really dig into the root cause of how not only assault rifles, but how are handguns that are taking the life of so many young people getting in the wrong hands? How are they purchasing these guns illegally off the streets? What are the things that need to be done? And truthfully, I don't have all the answers. Now, I do know there has been conversation about should teachers get guns. And quite frankly, I don't think so. There are so many teachers that truthfully are not stable in the first place. And then what happens when a teacher that has a gun, A, gets it taken from them by a child who overpowers them? We've seen that in videos where students have fought teachers or teachers have tried to break up a fight and students overpower the teacher. So what happens when a student grabs a gun that a teacher has and shoots another student? Or better yet, the teacher. Or better yet, what happens when a teacher loses control and takes the gun and accidentally, or however you want to put it, because of a situation that happens in the class, shoots a child? So we have really a major concern about teachers getting guns. I think safety is important. I think every school should have some level of precautionary measures put in place to practice like we do with tornado drills, we do with fire drills. What do you do if there's an active shooter? Not just being reactive, but being proactive. And on the other side of that, where do we go into talking about maybe policing certain trained officers who go through training and their only assignment is to be in school systems carrying assault rifles? Maybe that needs to be an option. Now, it's going to cost money. Now, is the government going to be willing to invest this money to make this happen? Because again, it gets into, is the safety of our children that important? Are we so concerned about whether or not the NRA and other things of that nature are going to back certain political candidates and support what they're doing? Is that more of their concern, or is the safety of our children a concern? We really have to get to the root cause of a lot of the problems. We've got to clean up illegal guns that are on the streets in our communities. We've got to fix that. It's going to take us really speaking out and talking to our local elected officials and getting people that are going to fight on our behalf to work to solve this issue. So many of the gun violence that took place in Chicago was not necessarily by assault rifles, but more so by handguns that got illegally in the hands of children. So we have to figure out, how do we stop this? But it's a sad day and age and time that we live in where this level of gun violence has taken over a lot of the media and conversation that we're having, because our students, instead of going to school to learn and get educated, are going to school in fear that their life could be in jeopardy because someone gets a gun into a school. We have to do better. We've got to find a better way to solve this issue and really get to an answer as to how do we go about creating better gun laws in certain cities. And basically, I feel that certain gun laws should be a standard across every city and state. So there's no confusion. No matter where you go, these laws are the same. We've got to crack down on it. We've got to have people in position to crack down on not only the right to bear arms and making sure that we're doing it the right way and having right rules in place, and also solving the issue of illegal guns getting in the wrong hands of children and people that are on the street. We got to fix it. We've got a major issue, and I don't have all the answers. But I'm bringing this to all of you. So if you're on social media and you're watching this, leave your comments. Hit me up on Twitter, Sly_King48, and let me know what you think. I mean, share your thoughts. Give me some ideas. What are some things you think need to be done? Because at the end of the day, it's going to take people like you and myself and other individuals to speak out and really stand up and say, we've got to do something different because this is a major concern. So don't miss the next episode of the Extended Happy Hour. As always, tune in and check me out Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Central Time, right here on Hot 1077, hot1077radio.com, and on Fridays, 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you tune in. Hit me up. Let me know your thoughts. Sly_King48. All right? Peace.